Welcome to another video. In this video, I will be talking about phrasal verbs. Phrasal verbs are incredibly common in English, especially when talking informally. They are made up of, phrasal verb right there, to be made up of, they comprise the verb and the particle. The particle is often a preposition, sometimes two particles. Get along with, for example. The particle or particles change the meaning of the original verb. Let's take the verb to call. I called my sister last night. Now let's add off to call off. To call off has nothing to do with ringing or shouting to call somebody. To call off means to cancel. I called off the meeting, or I called the meeting off. I cancelled the meeting. I called off the wedding. I cancelled the wedding. By adding off, you completely change the meaning of the verb. Now, phrasal verbs can be confusing, especially to those whose languages don't have them. And it's also easy to confuse the phrasal verbs themselves, get the wrong preposition, for example. And often, one phrasal verb can have more than one meaning. Moreover, we have lots of them in English. Do you want to guess how many? We have over 5,000 phrasal verbs in English. Don't be disheartened though, some are much more common than others, and the more you use and practice them, the easier they will be to pick up. To pick up a phrasal verb meaning to learn. To make your English learning journey smoother, I'm going to do a series on phrasal verbs. In these videos, I will go over another phrasal verb. I will present or examine 10 phrasal verbs at a time. Today, I thought we would start with get, because get has many different meanings in English, and get is used in many different phrasal verbs. Here are 10 phrasal verbs using get. Let's start with get across. One meaning of get across is to communicate successfully. For example, I just couldn't get my message across during the presentation. Or, the meeting went well. I really got my point across. Another meaning, to go from one side to the other. We couldn't get across the square because it was so crowded. It was easy to get across the road because there was no traffic. Number 2, to get along. To have a good relationship with someone. For example, do you and your brother get along? Do you and your brother have a good relationship? Note, if the two getting along are both the subject of the sentence, we don't need with. My sister and I get along. My sister and I get along well. If, however, my sister becomes the object, we need to add with. I get along with my sister, not I get along my sister. I get along with my sister. So if the two people getting along are the subject, you just can say get along. He and his brother get along. If one becomes the object, we need to add with. He gets along with his brother. Get along can also mean to progress. How are you getting along with your homework? She's getting along well at her new job. She's doing well in her new job. We can also use it when we mean leave. Oh, I need to be getting along. I need to leave. I need to go now. Number 3, get at. To get at often means to criticize. His mother is always getting at him for being late. Or you could ask your partner, why are you always getting at me? It can also mean, what's your point? If I say, what are you getting at? I'm asking, what's your point? The point I'm getting at is, I don't think you should go tomorrow, for example. Number 4, get away. Get away can mean to escape. The thief got away after stealing the car. The thief escaped after stealing the car. But it can also be escape in a less dramatic circumstance. Sorry, I'm late. I couldn't get away. It can also mean to go on holiday or go for a short break. We're stressed. We need to get away. We need to get away and relax. Get away, as a command, it means stand back, move back, go away. Get away with, so now we have 2 particles, away with. To get away with means to not get caught criticised or punished for doing something wrong. For example, if a killer never gets caught, the killer gets away with murder. She cheated on her husband, but she got away with it because he never learned of the affair. It can also mean to achieve something despite not having done it properly or correctly. For example, the team won the match, so they got away with not practicing very much. Despite not doing any revision, she did well in the exam. She got away with not revising. To get out of means to avoid doing something you don't want to do, or to avoid doing something you dislike. I said I wasn't feeling well, so I got out of doing the presentation. I really didn't want to go to the party, so I got out of it by saying I was busy. It can also be applied to leaving a vehicle. For example, get out of the car. We got out of the taxi. Or it can mean to stop a regular habit or activity. Once you get out of a habit, it can be hard to get back in again. I got out of the habit of practicing the piano, for example. It can mean to make someone confess the truth. The police got the truth out of him. Or the police couldn't get any information out of him. Finally, sorry, there are a lot. This is what I mean. It can also mean to derive pleasure from something. She is getting a lot out of her university degree. I'm getting a lot out of this job. I'm benefiting a lot from this new job. Number 7, to get over, to recover, or to feel better. It took me a long time to get over the flu. I still can't get over my divorce. I still can't recover from a divorce. It can also mean to be shocked or surprised at something that's real or true. I can't get over how much weight you've lost. Or to get to the other side. We couldn't get over the hill because of the weather. Number 8, get to. That can mean annoy, irritate. Don't let her get to you. She's just in a bad mood. His criticism is really getting to me. It's really irritating me. It's really affecting me. It can mean arrive. I'll look at the email when I get to work. Or to start discussing a certain topic. We asked him to get to the point because he was waffling. Finally, it can mean have the opportunity to do something. Last year, I got to visit Pompeii. I won a competition and I got to eat at a 5-star Michelin restaurant. Number 9, get up. It can mean to get out of bed. I get up at 6 o'clock every weekday, but at the weekends I have a lie-in and I don't get up until later. Or it can mean to rise, to stand up. The class got up when the teacher entered. The congregation got up when the bride walked down the aisle. Number 10, to get up to. To get up to can mean to do something wrong or naughty. Oh, my son is always getting up to mischief. The children are always getting up to some trouble or other. It can also mean to reach a particular point. We got up to page 58 last lesson. We got up to episode 6 of this season, last time we watched it. Or it can mean to be busy with something. What have you been getting up to lately? What have you been busy with lately? As you can see, there are lots of different phrasal verbs and lots of different meanings within those. I hope this clarified these 10 for you though. And please don't be disheartened. Don't feel like it's overwhelming. You can do it. You can learn all of these phrasal verbs. I will continue with this series doing different verbs, for example, 10 phrasal verbs with put or 10 phrasal verbs with the verb to be. That's it for this video. I look forward to, another phrasal verb, to look forward to. I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Have a good day, evening, morning, wherever you are. I will see you next time.